Good morning and welcome to On the Spot News here at Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Barbara Matarse, and let's take a look at the news making the headlines today. Zimbabwean becomes UK town's first ever black mayor. Bank ABC denies renouncing government's measures to address the economic crisis. Cabinet tightens law on ZESA vandalism. Ban on bank lending unreasonable. Zimbabwe out of top 30 African tourist destinations. And in sport news, Man City agrees on a deal to sign Haaland. And here are the news in detail. Kobe Town Council in North Namatfo was on Monday night expected to elect the town's first ever black mayor. Councillor Tafazo Chikoto was due to be formally given the role at a meeting at the Kobe Cube, where Councillor Leanne Bangingham will become the new deputy mayor. Councillor Chikoto, known to many as Taffy, served as a deputy mayor last year, becoming Kobe's first ever black deputy mayor in the process. Originally from Zimbabwe, Councillor Chikoto will have lived in Kobe for 17 years. He has served the town council for a year and initially became interested in politics because he wanted to help young people. In his statement, Councillor Chikoto said that he is passionate about empowering young children from underprivileged backgrounds. His chosen charity is Lakelands Hospice, which provides palliative and end of life care free of charge for people in Kobe and the surrounding villages that live with life limiting conditions. Bank ABC has distanced itself from an economic paper circulating on social media that was being quoted as the bank's response to the government's recently announced measures to address the deteriorating state of affairs. In a public notice seen by Zoom Daily, Bank ABC said it is in full support of the measures put in place by the government and will implement them. The notice reads as follows: We have been alerted of an economic paper circulating on social media which has been erroneously quoted as Bank ABC's response to policy changes recently announced by the government. The paper does not reflect the position of the bank, its board, or the management. The bank is fully aligned with the directive issued by monetary authorities and will implement all measures as directed and in full compliance with the law. Meanwhile, former Finance Minister Tendai Biti says new measures announced by President Emerson Mnangagwa on Saturday night to deal with the current economic challenges will not work. Biti, who is the Citizen Coalition for Change vice president, describes the new measures as products of a beer hoardia trip. Yesterday, Cabinet approved the Electricity Amendment Bill, which provides for stiffer penalties without the option of a fine for theft and vandalism of electricity infrastructure and illegal connections. The Zimbabwe Electricity Transmission and Distribution Company ZETDC, an arm of ZESA Holding, is losing about 5 million annually 5 million US dollars annually to vandalism and theft of copper cables. During a post cabinet briefing, Information Minister Monica Muchangwa said the bill will also remove the option of a fine where one is convicted of the crime. Furthermore, the bill introduces stiffer penalties for the transportation of material used in connection with generation, transmission, distribution, and supply of electricity without the option of a fine. fine. Legal experts have dismissed President Mnangagwa's ban on bank lending as a legal nullity. The ban, meant to stabilize the local currency, was part of a raft of measures announced on Saturday to arrest the economic challenges afflicting the country. The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, RBZ, then enforced the measures in a statement on Monday, threatening to take action against non compliant banks. But some lawyers said banks were not obliged to heed the RBZ directive because there was no law that compelled them to comply with such measures. Zimbabwe, despite housing some of the greatest wonders of the world, has failed to make it to the top 30 best African destinations. The country boasts of housing the mighty Victoria Falls, Great Zimbabwe, Kariba, Nyanga, Manapus, Wange National Park, Chinhoyi Caves, and many more, but still failed to make it to the top 30. Meanwhile, tourism in Zimbabwe's third largest sector after mining and agriculture, and has the potential to play a significant role in Zimbabwe's economic recovery. Unfortunately, statistics from the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority ZTA show that tourist arrivals to Zimbabwe fell by 11% in 2019 to 2.29 million from 2.57 million in 2018 due to destination image issues. A 76-year-old Nyanga man has asked a traditional leader to return his livestock and money, which he paid as punishment after his 15-year-old grandson was convicted and fined for allegedly violating an old tradition custom of wearing red colors during the rainy season. Fungai Mushonga, the headman for Tomunesa village in Nyanga district in Manicaland province, on 7 January 2022 took the unpredicted and bizarre decision in which he ordered 76-year-old Peter Makunura to pay 4 goats, 2 chickens, and a $20 fine after faulting him for allowing his 15-year-old grandson, who had visited him, to wear a red cap during the rainy season, a practice which is outlawed in the village. Makunura was also charged for undermining authority of the headman by not presenting himself at a primary court session where he was supposed to answer to the various charges. And in other news, Warriors and SuperSport United winger Kudakwashi Mahachi has engaged his lawyers in an attempt to try and prove his innocence after his ex-wife Marita Ndlovu's recent allegations that the Stars cuddled their 4-year-old son with boiling water. The gruesome act resulted in some terrible burns that saw the minor's right leg being amputated. Mahachi, who is being represented by Tanaka Law Chambers, has, through his lawyers, instructed his strangled wife to retract, specifically within 24 hours, all stories published by a number of publications reporting that he is a perpetrator of the horrific act. It is alleged that Kuda, together with his wife Rose, who are both based in South Africa, were the former pals he strayed with Matamatant, severely burnt the minor and kept it a secret before they reportedly smuggled him to Zimbabwe using Malaicha without telling the mother, Marita. All this is said to have happened when the child had visited the neighboring country in February after Mahachi had told Marita he missed his son and then requested her to let the boy visit for a while. Nonetheless, Mahachi has dismissed all allegations raised against him and insists his child left South Africa unhurt. Human trafficking victims, mostly women, who are currently stuck in the Middle East, are expected to return home soon following government intervention. Several Zimbabwean women are trapped in some Middle East countries such as Oman and Kuwait after going there in search of jobs as domestic workers. However, most of the female are allegedly being used as being sexually abused and treated as slaves, while their passports are withheld to stop them from escaping. Addressing senators during the question and answer session last Thursday, Foreign Affairs Deputy Minister David Musabayana said government was in the process of assisting the affected women to come back home. And in entertainment news, this morning, the social streets have been buzzing over the arrest of TrueSport co-founder Fanton, who has been accused of beating his wife to pulp, which resulted to his arrest. According to H Metro, Gamu Fanton's wife has confirmed the rumor, adding that it has been ongoing. She added that her husband is not one for woman empowerment, as he prefers his woman to be a mere housewife. However, early this morning, Fanton's Facebook page came in gun blazing, threatening to sue Ash Metro for fake news reporting and defamation of character. And in sport news, Manchester City has reached an agreement to sign Erling Haaland from Borussia Dortmund. The English champions activated the 63 million release clause in the strikes contract with Dortmund. The Norwegian international 21 will make the switch ahead of the new campaign and link up with his new teammates in pre-season. And here is our headlines once more. Zimbabwean becomes UK town's first ever black mayor. Bank ABC denies renouncing government's measures to address the economic crisis. Cabinet tightens law on ZESA vandalism. Ban on bank lending unreasonable. Zimbabwe out of top 30 African tourist destination. And in sport news, Man City agreed deal to sign Haaland. Thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you tomorrow again. Same time, same place. Have a blessed day.